What is up, YouTube? It's that time again. Jamie the Kid 00 here, coming at you guys with another Dueling Network video. This time we're continuing on with the dark theme. In case you haven't realized, I'm going to be doing these in weeks. Each week is going to have an attribute, and I'm going to stick to that attribute. I'm going to just go play some stuff from that attribute. So as you can see in the little box over here, we are going to be playing Dark World, the cliche Dueling Network deck from a couple of years ago, moving into the last year as well. Every kind of CD quote-unquote bad player seemed to play this deck into the ground. I'm going to be playing kind of an old list that I've reinvented, and we're just going to see what happens. As per usual, I just play away with this. If I win, cool. If I don't, I'm still going to more than likely post it, unless it's just an abysmal crushing, in which case you won't even be seeing this. Either way, my opponent's going to let me go first, which is kind of good for this list. We'll see how well we open up, and let's just get it rolling. So we're going to start off by normal summoning our Trans Archfiend, F of Archfiend. Okay. Oh, if I can spell it right. Have to, of course, ask if it's okay, because they can, of course, Veiler it. So I'm going to dump this, and then effect Brow. Draw one. Drawing into Upstart Goblin. We're going to go with the Goblin for now. See what we get a hold of. Another Brow. Splendid. Activating Gates. Effective Gates, because we want to get as much, well, we want to actually get a target banished for Trans Archfiend if possible. Ditching the Brow because holding the Grapher is better at this stage. Drawing one for the Gates, and then if Brow, drawing a second one, hoping we don't draw a bad card for the drag down. Excellent, we can set this Mind Crush and activate the drag down. So I want to see what you're playing, buddy, because I'm going to Mind Crush whatever you got two of. You're playing Dark World as well. Excellent. We've got ourselves a Dark World mirror match. We're gonna discard the Reckless. Definitely discarding that Reckless. And of course we're gonna Mind Crush the TT. Showing you my hand. Take your pick. Of course the Grapher. We both draw one. I'm gonna set this because then we can use it next turn against any of the potential spells he does draw into. And we're gonna then end our turn there. I'm gonna activate this and call Torrential so I get the insight into his hand. Because this reads discard. Yep. Torrential Tribute, show me your hand, buddy. He doesn't actually have to, I realized. Oopsie. I messed up. Excellent. Forgot it's at 1, therefore it doesn't have to reveal the hand. Forgot about that ruling. Foolish Burial sending Grapher, always not a nice thing to see. Foolish being the last card he drew, so he's got a Silver and Grapher in hand, one other unknown. Bouncing for Grapher. It's 3k versus my 18, so I'm going to take 12. Effect. Going to add that Banished Dark Monster to my hand. Turn's going to pass to us. Setting a back row, not what we want to see exactly, but it is what it is. So we're going to be avoiding our Dark World Dealings cards like the Plague. At this stage, I'm going to go Gates. I think. Yeah, let's go Gates. Gates. Banishing this. Sending this. Drawing one. And then if Brow. Drawing another one. Drawing into the drag down into the grave. Now that is awkward. We'll go with the normal of the Brow for now. His hand is 3 Dark World cards, so we of course don't want to use the drag down at this stage. I am going to go for the bounce. Go into the Grapher. And we're just going to start bashing heads on this one, I believe. However, it may not be the best shout to bash heads, simply because he's just going to get it back. I'll have a clear board, and he can swing. That's the only downside to that. So what we can also do is we can progress our game state. So we can send this. Activate this. And then Gates again. At this stage, I'm just going to deck thin with the snow. Drawing into Reckless Greed, not an awful grab. So the snow is going to get us another snow. Deck thinning extraordinaire. Set 2, get them away from our hand because we don't want them to be discardable by any drag downs that our opponent potentially has, and we're going to pass turn there. See, I'm trying to think about my Dark World Mirror theory. It's not like I've ever played a Dark World Mirror ever before in my life, but trying to think it out. So he draws Trans Arcfiend, never a good thing for us. Effect is going to be okay. He's going to send the Grapha to try and kill my Grapha, I'm pretty sure of. So we're going to be EEVing and calling traps because of course his hand is all monsters. Resolving your effect. Yep, going for the Grapha. Grapha's effect. Oh, popping the gates. That's fine. So this is 2000. Interesting play. Definitely an interesting play. Definitely puts us in a bit of a bind. Just because he's got this. The first established Grapha is really quite difficult. Because he's just going to start crashing heads. And then we're going to get 2K'd to the face. It's just never nice, is it? So we draw Raigeki. Not ideal. Definitely not ideal. Normal summoning the Brow. I mean, at this stage it gets around bottomless, but I'm pretty confident this isn't bottomless because he would have bottomless our Grapha earlier on. Bounce 4 Zagrafa. Luckily, this isn't bad. He doesn't have any banish, so it's not going to get many pluses. We'll swing with this. Dies, takes damage. Set the Raigeki because we don't want to lose it. And I'm gonna end. I want to hold the Reckless Greed until I absolutely have to use it. Upstart Goblin, great, putting us up by a boundary. We're now, unless we're under gates, 2 Graphas away from game. Brow is summoned, Grapha is summoned swiftly after. Are we going to see him crash heads? No. I am actually, in that case, going to call traps. And we get to reconfirm that it is a silver and a Brow in hand. Dealings and his own EEV. Silver and this. Does silver have to be exactly 2 cards? Cool. Right. So, next turn. So that was his turn 1 of that matter. So on this one, we know that that's dealings. So we are just, we're not going to crack heads. I think on this one, I'm going to return. Not clash. Set and end on this one. Don't want to burn the Raigeki just yet. He draws his own Geki. That's painful. Takes it out. He's going to spring the Brow and go for 14 and 27 to my face. He has 2 Graphas engraved, doesn't he? Oh wow, that's 54 on board. That's horrible for us. 2-7 is fine. 2-7 is fine. And he's going to make more than likely Felgrand. Yeah. Making an incredibly difficult to move monster for us to deal with. So I believe on this one we are going to have to Reckless. Hope we draw something kind of nice. Right. See now, the dealings is never something we should be considering as a good idea. And right now, it's looking to be a great idea. I might have to just set this for now. Activate the trade-in. Get rid of this. Draw 1 and draw 2. Throwing us into yet another Grapha. Upstart Goblin putting him up again. Draw. Into another Dealings. Not at all what we were looking for. So of course in this situation I'm looking for a way to get double Grapha on table. Problem is, while he has the silver in hand, I'm in a bit of a bind. Set, normal. The problem is that we've got one too many cards in hand. I could strip my hand down. If I could get my hand down to one card, the silver wouldn't be a problem. The problem is I can't get my hand down to one card. Unless I might be able to. So if we set this. No, I can't. Because the dealings forces us to draw. So horrible. I'm sorry to think on this video, guys, but I'm racking my brain. The problem is, we lose if we can't shift this turn. So I have to gamble. In all honesty, I have to play the gamble. Let's go for it. It's got to be. It's got to be this. I don't honestly know what Snow does when it's the other one. I don't know. The special summons the target. I mean, Grapha's effect's going to target this, bait it out at the very least. It's on the same chain. So he's going to grab my Grapha out of the grave with his Snow. I can at least now Foolish Burial. Just to thin my deck, really, at this stage. We're looking for either of these Malefics or this. So I'm actually going to bury the Snow at this stage. With then put in a position where I'm gonna gamble the drag down and push the silver out of his hand. I think that's the best play. Or because then he's got this in hand as well. Because he gets the res, but if we succeed in killing this, it's going to be too small anyway. So thing is, no, we'll go with this. The chain doesn't work out because the silver then triggers when it's on the board again, second time. So we ditch this, draw one, and we unfortunately draw what we really didn't want to draw. So he draws Brow. We'll have to hit a beige. Set the crush. Activate the dealings. Send. So of course silver's going to summon itself. The draw reveal. Okay, so the ring's going to grave, fantastic. And then this guy's going to come out, which is good. Set. Set. What's the issue? Is this going to be, oh, return it to the deck? Exactly 2. There we go. Read your card. Bounce. Grapha. Bounce for Grapha. Your hand should be 2 brows. This is dealings. Trying to think of how best to go about this. That Felgrand has to really go because he. Thing is, put in such a bind if I don't clear the board. That Felgrand is just gonna keep sitting there. Kind of tempted to make the Helio just because it's big, or the Prime Photon by that logic. I feel like at this stage we should clean these 2 off. He can't Raigeki me. So do we just make something with a bit of survivability? I think we do. Because 2 brows with no discard outlet, he has to draw into something that doesn't allow me to discard on his behalf. So I think I Mind Crushed Gates to be for a precaution. Because if he doesn't draw Gates, I'm pretty sure he loses and has to make a play that's undesirable. I'll hold the crush, but I think we're gonna make Galaxy for bulk, just purely for bulk. This is so awkward. Mind Crush, Reckless Raigeki. Yeah, I'll burn a Mind Crush on Gates. Gates of... Is it Gates of the Dark World or Gates of Dark World? And then I can Mind Crush the real card if it's any threat at all. It's Dark Smog. Is this not... Oh, is this not turn 3 of... Shit. That's fine. Remain in standby. It's got a fiend type, and if you do, banish it. F chain. Dark Smog. I'm not sure if he was still under the virus. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. So that's chain link 2, chain link 1. Boom. He's forced to now dealings. So we have Beige. So we're just going to send the one he knows about, declare the effect of it, because at least it gets us a meat wall. He sends the brow to draw 1. I think we're okay, guys. This might be the only duel in this video. I might have to do 2, because I don't want these to be too long anymore, because some people are like, oh, your videos are too long, we're getting bored. This might be the only one you see of this one, for the Dark World Mirror, and then I'll do another one later. So he summons the Grapha back. This is a weird mirror. It's rough, really. It's a good game. I'm really enjoying this. Okay. That drag down is wholesomely unfortunate. So surely he sends my allure. Yeah, understandably. And what do I send from his hand? There's a gold, and there's a brow. This guy's discarded to the graveyard by a card effect. Discarded from your hand to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect. You can target up to 2. I have to take the chance that he doesn't draw a discard outlet. Like, that's all I can do. Lightning. Lightning. And the snow. Oh my goodness, those 2 draws were a Obscene. Absolutely obscene. Surely he goes Giant Grinder and kills this for game now. Surely he has to have a game-winning rank 8 in his rank 8 toolbox that you obviously should be playing, because he's got 2 graphers. He hasn't got a second grapher. Oh my goodness. I was going to say, why did he draw 2? Yes, please, because I don't want him to actually know what the top card is. Because he has so much draw power in this deck, it can really affect what he does. So the Gates is in play. He can't kill my Prime. That's why I went Prime. Negates his own fell. Of course, he's got the second grapher there. Yeah, he still wins. If he has Giant Grinder, I'm going to activate this now. Just in case I play any kind of out. I don't think I do. So now I'm just gonna let him just obscenely Giant Grinder me for game. But those draws were incredible. I mean, it's been a good mirror. I think I played out of that last turn incredibly well. But he's gonna Giant Grinder for game, and there's nothing more I can really do. I'm just gonna make sure this has no effect that stops it. But we're gonna have to admit defeat there. Right, how long has this been plugging away for? Let's be unprofessional and open up this thing. So we're on 21 minutes. So yeah, same to you. Oh, okay, so he's gonna leave. We'll squeeze in one more little quick one then, shall we? I'll do this for you guys. So we're ready up. I'm hoping this doesn't take forever. Or I'm gonna cut this. Hi, friend. Not really that chatty on Dueling Network. I'm weird about it. So he's gonna go first. What are you playing? Reveal it to me. Pop Duality. Oh, please do reveal it to me. Cfor. Excellent. Really, really hideous matchup for us because of the fact that it can make 28 beaters really consistently. So he's going to Duality and not take the Scout. If you have Scout in hand and you've Dualitied first, you are awful. Why? You thin, then you Duality. It's that simple. So you have a Stealth in hand, you're going to search out the Equip spell, you're going to search out Sacrifice. I hope I'm not too dark, by the way. I've not really lit myself very well, but as far as I've seen, the screen lights me, so we'll do that. So he had Sacrifice, plays Stealth, plays Sacrifice, passes turn. Seen Necros lately? All the time. My entire testing for this video was against Necros. I don't want to chat, I just want to play the game, please. Please pass turn before you reply to me. None are facing me. I need the practice. Cool. Next. Don't do what I did and play against Necros all the time, buddy, because you'll just find out that no one's actually going to be playing at a major event, because oh, oops. Ah, shit. Me to shuffle. Oh, he's really merciful. The skill drain anyway, I didn't want to draw that. Ditch this to the grave. Thing is, I can go Gates and Stardust Dragon, but he makes something big next turn over this, and I'm just screwed. Because I want to get a Fiend in the graveyard, that's the thing. So I'm going to go with this. Can you update me on the best rogue decks? I don't know anything about this format. I'm not going to impart random knowledge out. I don't know anything about this format. Ugh. Jesus. That is the single worst field I could have ever seen. Sweet mother of God. There's unpleasant, and then there's what this is. I'll take 2 losses and put this on the channel. That's fine. Scout's okay, buddy. Ooh. This hand's pretty grisly. Don't really like it. What do you want? What's up, buddy? Yep, it is indeed. Oh, he didn't give me a chance to mine. He didn't give me a chance to mine crush. Oh, I'm not gonna shark. I'm just gonna probably mine crush whatever he sacks. Uh, this adds a monster, right? Yeah, monolith. Clyfort monolith. Show me your hand. A second scout and a Regeki. Oh, are you gonna Geki me and attack twice? You had Gay. Wow. Whew. I'm sorry. This is crazy. 28. Can I attack twice in general? Yeah. The unstoppable march of this Clyfort shell. Effective gates. Dump this. Draw. Let's lose the gates. Oh, fuck. Forgot my grapher. It's gonna have to be this because I can't get rid of the scout, and anything he special summons is gonna be negated and put in defense. It's just so ridiculous. Gates. Ditch. Draw. F. Grapher. Oh, I can go into. I may have a way out. This. Activate. And our draw power comes to a dead end, folks. I can bludgeon him within an inch of his life, but he can still pay. I can do 6,000, but he'll still be able to pay. So he's gonna dump the scout. That might actually be really good. Effect. This reses itself. I don't have double grapple. Yeah, what am I on about? I can't do 6k. I'm just going crazy. So I can't exceed into anything. I have to just rely on him having to get his scale and not crushing my face. So we'll go this. His guys in extra deck are pretty irrelevant as well. They can't be used to bounce stuff at all. That's 1900. Sorry, they both gain 300. I mean, I'm pretty salty about this game, but I'm not gonna word it poorly. They both gain 300, so you're gonna lose about 600. That's fine. Main 2, set this as a daunting back row and pass turn. This is the one trade in I play, by the way. It's actually been fairly consistent at 1. It's quite nice as 1, but good god. Right, he's got to pay that 800 if he wants to get the pendulums in the way of my plays, which gives me an extra turn, possibly even kills something, gets me gates if I draw Dark World. But at the moment, I'm in an awkward place. By the way, I never actually mentioned it. The reason I set the beige alongside the Stardust Dragon was because I wanted a way to get a Kaita Grave. Oh, are you playing the double monolith build? Excellent. He's not playing the double monolith build. I don't want to verify. I'm fine. I'm not going to shark and look through the guy's whole deck. I was wondering if you played the 2 monolith version. I kind of like it if he carried on because we're ticking away. Time is ticking away. We're on 30 minutes. Come on, Scout. Scout is okay. Don't have MST. I've got a face down trade in. Aha. Okay. Come on, buddy. I'm probably gonna do another one of these videos for like later on tonight or tomorrow. So yeah, adds the carrier. Carrier, of course, pendulum scale 1. Probably gonna use it as the opposing pendulum scale for this. I'm hoping his other card in hand isn't another pendulum monster, like that he can tribute over stuff and beat me to death. So he's gonna pendulum summon probably both of the monsters just in defense mode as a wall, unless he has a loser turn, or skill drain, in which case he's gonna flip one of those and just brick on my face, which wouldn't be nice. Come at me, buddy. Cordero is online. Specials 3 flips the skill drain. If he has the skill drain, I'm gonna be upset. Oh no, everything I have gets smaller as well. No, sorry, he gets bigger, so he's 21, so I take 200. I think. Yeah. Not sure why they're on an attack for damage's sake, but oh well. That was the worst draw it could have been. Because now he can scout into stealth, or at least, at the very least, scout into disc and just ruin my day. That is gonna be game point, but I'll let him do it. I'll run the risk of him misplaying. There's always the chance, but I can't physically deal enough damage to force him into that place. He's 3k, so I get Fiendish Chained. Ah, so now he has got the Helix to pop this to do the damage. Fiendish Chain was the worst card that could have been, aside from like skill drain. So now he adds the disc, tributes over the Helix, killing my gates to make the grapha small enough for the disc to kill, even though he's got a carrier anyway, so it's irrelevant. Take back my initial statement. He has game. He just has to play it right. It's either that or he makes stealth, but the stealth is just, I mean, the stealth is really just as susceptible to every other out as the disc. So this is pretty horrid. Or he could go for killer. Or he could go for showman points and go for killer. There is that. So the killer comes down. Helix kills this. If he declares the Helix, yep. Helix targets just one of my susceptible back rows, that's fine, because he doesn't have to kill the gates, because this can force this off the field. You can make your opponent send one monster of their choice to the grave. Tower's effect. And as they say, folks, is game. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Jamie the Kid 00, as per usual, bringing you guys Dark World. It's not been a great list. I'll show you guys the list in my outro, because I know you guys ask for them. ultimately it's a cliche thing. I figured I'd just throw it together to play a little bit. Hopefully I'll be able to bring you guys another video with this, because it's kind of the generic Dueling Network deck, and I know some people have wanted to watch this. Dark World is actually one of my most watched deck profiles ever on this channel. I think it's my most watched video ever as well. So that's a thing. But otherwise, I hope you've enjoyed. As per usual, leave a like if you have, subscribe if you want to see more of the same of this, if you're new to the place. If you want to comment down below about the build, anything I did in the video, anything you want to see later on, anything you want to see in the dark chapter, the fire chapter, which is coming next, water, wind, earth, and then finally light, please just pop them down in the comment section down below. Let me know what you want to see me play. I will build it and I will play it. If you've got a list, forward me that list, and I might play that list as well, because that helps me out, gets this done a lot quicker as well. And otherwise, of course, share this with your friends if you think they would benefit from it. As always, I'm Jamie the Kid 00. I'll see you guys pretty soon with some more Yu-Gi-Oh related content. Peace out. Bye bye.